interrupt you, but these are shots that we're getting of India intercepting some of these Pakistani missiles. This is from last night. We don't know the location of where this has been intercepted, but you can see the wreckage, huge smoke going up in what seems like a field. But this is the image of India intercepting Pakistani drones. Can we have the location of where this has come from? Checking with our producers at the back end. But these are live pictures, not live. These are pictures that happened from last night. And then you can see the aftermath of the wreckage of the drones that have fallen in what looks like fields. We're given to understand that this is from Jammu. If we can get Akash to walk us through these pictures. Akash, this seems like some kind of CCTV footage that's been recorded overnight. You can see two separate visuals. One is the drones going up. You can see those flares in the sky. There you go. The flares up in the sky. And then the second image that you can see, the second visual that you can see is of the wreckage. There's massive fire going up in what looks like a field. Akash, what more can you share with us about specifically these pictures?
So, Zata, while we know that drones have been sent by the Pakistani forces towards India, we know that many of these drones are being operated from the forward post of Pakistan, the military post of Pakistan. This is one video where Indian Army has basically destroyed one such post where, which was in fact earlier a terrorist launchpad. Infiltration was happening in that particular area, and there were inputs in fact that, it is happening from that particular post. It is working as a launchpad. And now we were learning that, drones are being operated from that particular place. This post has been destroyed by Indian Army. It is near Jammu, and it has been destroyed by Indian Army. These are the visuals where we are seeing, the visuals, fire coming out, and in fact after the hit, in fact the smoke and every other aspect of that particular hit. These are the visuals. The Indian Army has basically destroyed this Pakistani post, which was carrying out this sort of infiltration, and in fact the attempts were happening for last so many days, in fact, and in fact this particular post was facilitating the drone movement, and in fact drones were launched from this particular post. There were inputs, and after that Indian Army basically has hit this particular post, Zaka.
Stay on with us as we show these pictures, as well as multiple pictures that we're getting from Lahore, as well as from Jammu and Srinagar. In Srinagar, on the outskirts, in a place called Lasjan, we're given to understand that there are remnants of a Pakistan Air Force jet that have landed in the residential compound of one individual. We were showing you those pictures a moment ago. But these are images, CCTV images likely, of India intercepting these Pakistani drones. There you go. That's the first set of images. You can see the intercept happening in mid-sky. And then the next set of images are the remnants of the wreckage up on fire and smoke in what looks like fields. This is from the Jammu region, is what we've given to understand. Siddhant, in terms of diplomatic maneuvers, have you heard anything, any interventions, anything from the Americans, the Europeans? The Saudis, of course, were here both in Delhi as well as in Islamabad. But it seems like, the level of intervention seems to be far less, certainly from what President Trump and Vice President Vance have said, that it seems like India and Pakistan's problem, and it is up to India and Pakistan to sort it out.
Well, that's right, Zaka. In fact, we are also getting statement from G7 foreign ministers, Zaka. And in fact, they have unequivocally condemned Pahalgam terror attack. And in fact, that statement could be seen more inclined towards India. And in fact, the G7 foreign ministers have also urged for a de-escalation. As you rightly said, that a junior foreign minister of Saudi Arabia, day before yesterday, came to India. In fact, he met Minister Jaishankar. His convoy was in fact spotted outside Prime Minister Modi's residence, though there were no photographs released by either side. Yesterday, he was in Islamabad. Perhaps there was a meeting with Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Asim Munir. And in fact, those photos were made public by the Pakistani side. In fact, now we also got release from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in fact, confirming that that the junior minister was the envoy of Saudi Arabia. Perhaps it was an effort which was given by Saudi Arabia to de-escalate tensions between India and Pakistan. Now, Zaka, as you rightly said, as far as United States is concerned, perhaps they have condemned the attacks. In fact, they extended full support to India at all levels in United States. All offices have perhaps condemned the attack. But yes, the last interview of J.D. Vance, perhaps the remarks that he made, that it gave a sense that America is not much interested in de-escalating tensions between India and Pakistan, or rather America does not want to be the part of another war going on, or perhaps a part of a peace process of another conflict, rather, Zaka, which has started. So that could be America's strategy, Zaka. But having said that, it is very important to highlight, Zaka, that this action by Pakistan is coming after the IMF bailout was announced. Perhaps the world should take note of it, and this is exactly what India said yesterday at the board meetings, that how Pakistan misuses the funds for the terror activities. And in fact, there is also a chapter on Pakistan misusing funds for terror activities in IMF itself. India cited that chapter only to get the funds.
All right, Siddhant, just give me a moment. These are visuals. I want to once again go back to these pictures. This is India intercepting drones, a Pakistani post from where these drones were sent. We're given to understand that this is in the Jammu region, so you can see two separate sets of pictures. One, the interception that's happening, likely by the indigenous air defense systems, the Akash missiles. And then the second set, this is the second set of visuals that you're seeing, which is the wreckage, the fire and the smoke after the interception, the wreckage falling onto what looks like fields there in the Jammu region. So you can see both these sets of images. These are CCTV images from last night. It's been captured on closed-circuit television. You can see those flares going up in the sky, the interception happening up in the sky, and then the wreckage falling out in the fields.